Hey, what's up you guys? This is Junior Trader, and in this video we are taking a look at Tesla stock and its post earnings effect. Now, this will lead its ramifications into tomorrow and this whole week, and this most likely, and I like to see the one day after the earnings as well, but this most likely may bring some downside in Tesla, at least for coming days. So maybe it's time to brace ourselves on how things may look like for some upcoming days on Tesla. And I'll talk about, you know, high level on the earnings and their earnings call and how things went. So with that, yeah, brace yourself. And also, if you find my videos valuable and helpful, please hit the like, subscribe, and also none of this is any financial advice and is only for education purposes. So we have Tesla sinking in the post market. It's down $19, which is in alignment to $17 and $18 of gap up or gap down movement that it does from its closing price, right? Today's closing price was already red, and then add on top of that $19. So pretty much you are watching at $227 almost, right? This is where the price is right now almost. So that means price is below 20 days moving average already. So this is where it's going to open up tomorrow. As if it stays here, this is where you will see a candle open up tomorrow. Now, this is a challenging candle or challenging opening for tomorrow. But what I want to talk about first of all is the earnings, right? Now, sure, they beat on the revenue though. They failed on EPS beat. So their EPS was what? 0.52, and last time it was 0.45. This still higher than the last time. Let's see how was it prior to the earnings before. So 0.71. Okay, well, so yeah, but they beat on the revenue, but this was also because Elon wants to sell quite a lot of cars, so price was quite being fluctuated up and down, mostly down, right? But anyways, so that's the earnings stuff. But earnings call felt like a bit of a bummer. Every question that was put up on him was answered as sometime next year. I mean, I could hear it in his voice that he doesn't know that what's the exact date would be. There was a question asked about robotaxi, like when would be the first functioning, like a driverless functioning robotaxi, and it took Elon Musk quite a long time to go through it, and he just said that whenever that would be, in a sense that whenever we'll have first driverless in execution, that's the first time. But didn't quite well, he did say like either he foresee it by the end of the year, but he would be surprised if it's not by next year. So something along those lines he answered it. So that sort of showcased that even if robotaxi, now they delayed it to 1010, right? I think yeah, even they're coming out with the robotaxi, but that's just going to be prototypes, not necessarily gonna add any to the bottom line revenue or any new business model for Tesla right away. So yeah, that was a bit of a letdown there. And then there were Optimus robots questions, and then Dojo and all of that, and everything was pushed to the next year. Some in his answers. So yeah, I would say mostly this was just reflection of what it was, more just okay, this is the earnings time, we had to do this earnings. So that is not a bad earnings, but the earnings call felt like unprepared, or the like, and I felt like many of the questions were put up really good in my opinion by analysts, but I think the preparation wasn't there on how to answer those questions. The specifics were missing, in my opinion, in the analyst call, the earnings call. And that's one of the reasons this video is a bit late, because I wanted to compile everything, go through my own some diligence as well there. So here we have the price action now. So let's talk the technicals now. 227 is where price will open, and this puts Tesla in a bit of a negative trend. And as I said, I like to see the next day. Now, usually we have a follow through the next day. Unfortunately, there is no guarantee of it, but if the in the post market price has made the move, right, a negative move, most likely we'll see a continuation. So brace yourself. We might be making our way again, like 50 days moving average or 200 days moving average, at least in my opinion. We'll see. 212 is likely the next level. As tomorrow we continue to lose the steam, yeah, Tesla may most likely come down. Is there a possibility of upside? As I said, yes, I like to see the both days, right? So yeah, because there's, again guys, next day as well, it's still with the levels and technicals. If levels breaks to the upside or structure changes to the upside, yeah, there's a possibility. But so let's talk about what that would look like. Now this is where we are in the post market. So if any rebound comes, I think that rebound may only last until this area of 234 to 236. Nothing more than that. There are two zones of rebound. If rebound comes, it can come to 234 and or 240. But for that, right now we don't even have much area to work with. Yeah, that would be, guys, if it doesn't break below 227 or 226 more, then you can say that, okay, if it starts to get above 228, then 234, and then possibly 200, and next level will be 240. But this is where I'm seeing the next pivots in the rebounds, which would act now as resistance zones. So just keep that in mind. All right. Yeah, and then as I said on the daily, yeah, the chart has changed to the downside, unfortunately. Right, we have lost that 20 days moving average right away, and we didn't gap to the upside, gap down, and so I do expect maybe some cool off may come again. I like to see the next day as well. I would love it if Tesla shows some upside. We will see, but for that, yeah, we have some structural resistance now at 200 and, as I said, yeah, 234 area. I would not be confident in rebound more than that right now. And then you can also extend this trend line if you like eventually over a couple of days. And then definitely this blue box that we have. Now that blue box that we have actually, right, that becomes the resistance zone as well in this, even if this upside comes. So yeah, just, yeah, let's see if the rebound comes or not. As I said, next day also I like to see. And yeah, otherwise, yeah, we will most likely sink at this. It all comes down to this level, 227. And history has shown that usually we have a follow through in the price action the next day, unless, oh, why do I keep doing this? Unless something really changes. So it's not complicated right now for Tesla to trade, right? Like tomorrow's is a very simple play. Um, you know, let's see if the continuation happens. Let's see the short volume, how is it has been coming. Today's data we won't have right now. But yeah, over the last couple of days, we do have short sellers also piling up here. And so definitely now getting above this short selling pile, because it has become a distribution phase, a zone of strong resistance now, it's going to be a little bit tough. So most likely Tesla will hang around here. But we'll see tomorrow what happens. All right. And I mean, if it rebounds, it most likely will just hang around here. If from here we again have to become full on, oh, what did I do? Oh wow, I turned off the whole indicator there. And most likely today's data as short volume data will come later, guys. If you have the tool, you can just plug and play later in the evening for yourself. Now, the remaining up, well, the Tesla will again only get into this upside, guys, if Tesla can get back up again at least. Let's start off with, well, technically it would be above 241, but let's start off with at least 234. If Tesla can close into it tomorrow, there is some light for the bulls, or above, most likely we would want to see it above 240 first from here before we change the structure again. But yeah, right now structure is to the downside on Tesla for coming days in my opinion. And let's see if now we finally come down again to 200 days moving average. So that's that, guys. That's Tesla pretty much, nothing more than that. And I'll be doing another video today on SPY and QQ. Sorry, it's going to be coming out a little bit later today, but yeah, unfortunately, yeah, that's the schedule I could put together today. So all right, I'll see you in my next videos, guys. Take care. Bye.